Done.
Well, big storyline, obviously, in March Madness is who got in and who did not get in. And boy, is there some anger just about this whole storyline, its whole set of circumstances with the selection committee. There's outrage over the field of 68. The Big East, really power basketball conference, only got 3 schools in. The Atlantic 10 got 4. You got to be kidding me. All kinds of excuses. The selection committee said in their press conference, well, the reason some of these other schools did not get in is we had 5 upsets in the conference championship games in which top-seeded teams got knocked out and did not win their conference. So those top 5 teams flipped down and took at-large spots. I guess there's some justification there. But, you got Seton Hall, which, I think won 24 games. Seton Hall, who beat UConn and Marquette, and Seton Hall did not get in. You're kidding me. You got St. John's, you got Providence. Those are all pretty good teams in one of the rugged conferences in the country, and they did not get in. And by the way, with apologies to Tom Izzo, you took a team that lost 14 games in East Lansing, and you put Michigan State in. You're kidding me. And Florida Atlantic, they lost to bubble teams, and they got in too. How's that possible? So there's a lot of controversy. And then it's all fueled. It's even made worse when the University of Virginia in the play-in game
that was awful.
Got absolutely annihilated by Colorado State. I mean, March Madness, to see a team go 16 minutes without a basket. That's Tony Bennett, UVA. They won the NCAA title just 3 years ago. Boys, that sucker slipped. Performance like that might lead to a firing the next day, but has not happened in Charlottesville. So there's just a lot of yakking about seedings. And then Mountain West Conference. Nobody paid attention to their credentials. Who the hell are they outside of San Diego State? Why should we seed them higher? Well, you just saw what Colorado State did. Mm-hmm. And obviously what Boise State almost did. Yeah, I think what's missed in all the message about the Mountain West Conference, John, is just the reality that these schools in this conference beat each other's brains out all year. And they play really good big men basketball. They got all strokers and guys who can shoot, and the transfer portals helped everybody in the Mountain West. Just not a lot of nationwide recognition. That's too bad, because I think outside the Aztecs getting the 5th seed, I think the other guys should have been rated higher. Now, at the end of the day, just got to win who you're going to play and keep on playing.
Yeah, well, there's always squawking like this every year, right? Who gets in, who gets out, who deserved to be in. There's also cases like where, Oregon ended up winning the Pac-12. And so I don't know if Oregon would have been an at-large team, or would they? I don't even know.
They were right on the bubble.
So they got in,
So Arizona took one of the at-large spots.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of different angles to this. Now, I, for one, I told you I want to expand the football playoffs. I would have no objection of expanding the basketball playoffs. And then we can put a lot of this to bed, and it could be pretty interesting. It could be kind of fun. But so many, talking heads and coaches do not want to expand it more than the 68 right now.
Well, we went from 32 to 64, then we went to 68. Now somebody out there is talking 80 to 90.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, yeah. Well, why not?
Why?
Why not?
That's stupid.
No, it's not. So, but I'm following the storylines with you with the Mountain West, and it was great to see Colorado State play great. I mean, Virginia sucked, but, even that Boise loss, I mean, they were still playing, tough guy defense. They were still getting the rebounds. They were playing that Mountain West style of basketball. They just couldn't hit shots, and Max Rice couldn't do the half court heave to get baskets.
Yep. Now there's fallout because there's so many people were peeved at seedings or peeved about not getting in. And this is terrible. 17 teams, John, rejected offers to go play in the NIT. Yeah. NIT, Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. They didn't want to go. They're so angered at the NCAA because the NCAA also controls the NIT now as part of this marketing deal. So basketball's got to rethink things. Quad 1 win, strength of schedule, home versus road. That all carries a lot of clout. But you've got all these metrics now that you're taking into consideration, and you still screw the guy that won 24 games.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to have this with this subjectivity, and they look at the data, but they look at some data one way and other data the other way to kind of rationalize their crazy decisions. Again, this is such a great tournament, a great time for sports. You're still going to have some of this. But you said Michigan State, maybe they didn't deserve to get in. They just beat Mississippi State, if I recall.
They had 14 losses.
Yeah. Well, it's March Madness, baby.
But it is cool, though. I mean, mid-morning, the last game that I saw before we came to do the podcast, Duquesne won their game, first round.
Yeah.
Duquesne has not won a game in the NCAA tournament. They used to be an Eastern power since 1967.
Well, see, this is what we love to see.
Sure.
And if we can have more of these upsets, and by the way, Aztec fans are happier than hell that BYU just went down in flames. But that was an 11 beating a 6.
Okay, so you got an opinion on what they did not do, who they treated badly, what's going to happen in terms of expansion, what should happen, what should change. Fans Forum, college basketball fans. We're just going to clear the deck, and we're going to do a bunch of these right here at the end, so make sure you jump in.